Hello everybody, Joel from Silver Arrow Cars, and I am here with an absolute icon of the collector car market. This is our 1969 Jaguar XKE or E-Type Roadster. This is a 4.2 car, and this car has incredible history. It is shown here today in its restored condition. This is in its original color scheme as matching to its heritage certificate that we do have, that comes along in this beautiful stuffed full binder of records and history for this car. It lived for many years in New York before it started making its way north and ended up with a client of ours in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We've had this car for a little while now. We've gone through it quite thoroughly. We have taken it to our trusted friends at Coachworks. They have gone through the car, done a little bit of servicing to freshen it up and tidy a couple things up in preparation for the sale. We did a compression test on the car. And here it is in all of its glory. Now, please do watch our driving video where I take the car out, put it through its paces, run it through the gears, and you'll see some beautiful shots of it rolling down the road and the highway. I will say this is probably the nicest driving E-Type that we've ever had, and funny enough, the mechanics that worked on it over at Coachworks made similar remarks once they got it back here and dropped it off to us. All E-Types, restored or not, they always drive a little bit differently. In classic British car fashion, they always have some quirks and quarks, but this one, quite a pleasure to drive, and still in fantastic condition after it received its restoration in the mid-2000s, in fact, by a fella in New York, and the work was done in New York. This was owned for 25 years almost by one of the owners, and he is the fella that did or had the restoration commissioned, and that still shows in the quality of the work today, many years later. Well, actually 20 years later in its presentation. So please use this in conjunction with our driving video and all of our HD photographs to help you make your decision in purchasing and placing bids on this car. In addition to getting it ready for sale over at Coachworks, we actually replaced one of the steel wheels with a factory replacement quality wire wheel. One of them had a bit of a bend in it, so we replaced the wheel. I think that was about $1,200. And then we put a fresh set of tires all the way around the car, and it just drives beautifully. So without further ado, let's start off in the front of the car. And essentially in this video, I'm just going to get you up close and personal, live in video, so you can see better for yourself the condition in which the car is in. So starting in the front, the nose of the car, I was just wiping the dust off of it, and it's incredible how free of chips and blemishes the front is. I thought there was some below the bumper, and it turned out it was just bugs. All the chrome was redone during the restoration. A lot of mechanical work was done through the restoration. Not a lot of mileage has been put on since. I think in the neighborhood of 10 to 12,000 miles. Seemingly enough to keep the car fresh and running extremely well. But in those records and in those receipts, you will see that all the chrome was redone at that time. The quality of the paint is very good. It obviously was wet sanded after it was painted, because the paint, as you can, I think, see through the camera right now, very free of orange peel. Very smooth and glossy paint. Good reflection. There's no checking, no problems from what I can see going through the car in the paint itself. No major big scratches, no major blemishes. Just very nice. Same goes for the wheels. The wire wheels are all in fantastic condition. And then the same goes for even the lower portions. The lower rocker panel. All along the side of the car. Very, very tidy. The windshield wipers, the chrome trim around the windshield, mirrors, doors, handles. You can see through the video lens, the camera lens, all really, really tidy. Panel fitment is excellent, both with the front bonnet and the doors. Operation and closing of the doors. No sagging. And then same thing coming around to the back of the car. Smooth, glossy, beautiful paint. You can see now with the direct light coming in from the outside, it's a dark green. That was just a spot I think we missed after the driving video. Beautiful chrome. Right around the rear of the car. Fitment of the trunk lid is fantastic. Both at the top and the bottom. Let's slide around the back, or sorry, the front, and we'll go down the passenger side. Same on both sides. Again, panel fitment. And condition is very, very good. Showing you the inside of the car. Through those restoration receipts, the interior was redone, and the seats and all the interior pieces are still in extremely good condition. Sills, the seats themselves. These, to me, are leather, not vinyl. Stuffing and cushioning is very good. Their condition is extremely good. Just over 56,000 miles, which, as declared by the previous owners to be original. I believe when it was sold in the 2007, Cooper Classics out of New York declared it as original mileage. There's a letter from that original, or not the original owner, but the owner from 1978 till 2006, 2005. So by all accounts, it is seemingly an original mileage car. All right, so I've got the bonnet up. And let's just dive into the engine compartment. All quite tidy. In preparation for the sale, we did consider refinishing those exhaust manifolds. However, due to time, we did not. Might be something you want to do, or just leave it. You can still see evidence of those original spot welds down the firewall. Same thing on this side. You can see those original spot welds. Into the passenger side. Really tidy still. The clock works. I can hear it ticking away. The radio turns on, but no sound comes out. I would imagine that's a pretty easy solution. Let's open the trunk. Very clean. It's not easy to do with one hand. Now, not in the car at the moment. Not in the car at the moment, but I'll show you in a separate box. I do have the mallets and the tools that come with the car. I'm going to lift out that spare, so I'm going to pause us right here. All right, we're back. Nice and tidy. This is getting tricky. Nice and dry. Here's your spare. All right, pause it again. Here are some extra materials that do come with the car. There's 2 mallets, one of which is broken. There is your knockoff removal tool. Workshop manual, seemingly an original one. An OEM style or OEM owner's manual. A couple sun visors that are not fitted to the car currently. Your front plate bracket, folding one. Looks like a LED dash bulb kit that was not installed. And then some spare leather, obviously from the interior. And I think that about wraps it up. Perhaps I will slide around to the driver's side. And just pull the driver's seat forward. This is such a nice driving car. I know I've already mentioned it, but to get into one of these and have it start properly every single time, and for all the gauges and the cooling system and the choke all to work as you would hope, and then for the car to drive as you would also hope, is such a pleasure, because it is not frequent on these E-types. So let me just button this up and then we'll sign off. One last addition to the video. I didn't talk about the windshield. There is a chip here in the windshield that I believe came from the hook from the, or the clasp from the convertible roof. It usually latches down here into the centerpiece for the mirror, and obviously at some point it chipped the glass there. The rest of the glass is in good condition. There is micro pitting along the windshield. I would wonder how old the windshield is. There's no cracks, but you can see, if the sun comes through right, some micro pitting along the windshield. And it does look as though someone perhaps used the windshield washers or the wipers at some point, and it streaked the glass. All right, so there you have it. There is our 1969 Jaguar XKE Roadster 4.2 Series 2 car, in its original matching colors to its heritage certificate that comes with the car, as well as a beautiful history binder with previous ownerships, servicing, the receipts from restoration back in 2000 in New York. And I've walked you around the entire car. So if you have any more questions, please reach out. We've shown you everything we possibly can. My name is Joel. We are Silver Arrow Cars. We are selling this car out of Blaine, Washington on a Washington state title. Absolutely stunning car. Please reach out if you have any questions. We can handle shipping anywhere it needs to go. That is not a problem whatsoever. Thank you very much and good luck.